Well, good evening. It's normally good morning, but we're doing an evening live tonight. And welcome to the Guy Who Sews channel. My name is Sean, for anyone that's new, and thank you all so much for joining me today. Tonight, we're going to do something a little bit different. I thought it'd be fun to come on in the evening rather than the morning, which I came on this morning as usual. But I thought it'd be fun to come on in the evening because a lot of my friends from the West Coast and New Zealand and everywhere else that's kind of not the East Coast of the US doesn't always get to see me live because I come on super early in the morning. So tonight I thought it'd be a really fun idea to come on, say hi to everybody, and launch the new Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cut, which is Carnival. And I am an ambassador for them again. I'm very blessed and privileged that they reached out to me and asked me to be an ambassador again. I'm really, really excited to do it for the second time as an ambassador. And I am going to do the Bomb Pop colorway, which is a series of red, white, and blue batiks. And look, Flat Nancy just fell out. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. And so these are the different fabrics that we're going to use throughout the project. It's a 10-month project, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. So I thought tonight I would come on solo. It's really weird for me to come on without a guest because I usually have a guest, but I thought it'd be fun to launch this by myself and, just prove I can do a solo live. So let's just see who is here with us. Oh, it looks like a lot of my friends are hanging out with me tonight. So it looks like my friend Heather is here from the Debt Free Quilter. If you haven't checked out her channel, definitely do so. It should be !Heather. Teresa is here. Gwenny Simpson, she said she just moved over from the 12 Hours of Mom and Pop. They had a wonderful live all day today. I didn't get a chance to head over and see them, but they're always a lot of fun. So check out that if you get a chance. And Tantrum is here. Pat Strawhouse, my friend from up in Northern Ontario. I at least think it's Northern Ontario. It is to me anyway. Let's see. Gwenny Simpson is here. My friend Rob from Quilting in the Man Cave is with us. Jeannie E. Guess Who Nancy. Russ from Quilt Meets World is here. Good buddy of mine. Kathy Klein, Quilting with Stephanie Stitches is here with us, and she'll be on with me live next Saturday morning, which will be a lot of fun. Ange Sews is here with us. It's really late where she is. I think it's like 1 o'clock in the morning for the UK. So yeah, I've got representation now from 3 different continents. I think that's absolutely awesome. So, okay, Gwenny says that the Mum and Pop are finished now. Rob from Quilting and Man Cave says, it seems my mojo has returned, or I'm just getting used to sewing at 90-degree temperatures. Oh, ouch, that's not fun. So we'll get started on this real quick, but I just wanted to show you a couple of things real quick is if you're not familiar with what the Puzzle Mystery Quilt is, it's a 10-month project where they send you pre-cut fabric. Who doesn't love that? Each month for 10 months, although if you prepay the entire thing, you can go month to month or prepay. If you prepay, you get all 10 clues at once, which is something brand new. They are having some supply chain issues. They were all supposed to go out last Friday. I think they've got just about everybody's out. If they haven't, it's very close. It's just been a huge business model adjustment for them. So they did hit some snags getting everything out on time, but I'm almost certain pretty much everybody is, their stuff is out or very, very close to it. So just bear with them. I know it's frustrating to have delays at the beginning. When I did my Sew Suite last year, my first clue went missing for a month. But at the end of the day, as long as it all shows up by month 10, it's disappointing. It's a little frustrating at times, but they'll do the very best they can for you. So let's see. Okay, so says hi everyone, and Finley says hello to everybody too. She just wanted to say a roo to everybody, so thank you for that. The other things you can get as well, if you choose, these are optional extras, is you can get the thread kit, which is color coordinated to match your colorway. So they've sent me the white thread for the piecing and then the red and blue to go for the quilting as well. So that's a nice little extra. I think it's like $15 or $20, I forget. That's an optional extra you can buy at the time of purchase. And then you can also get what they call an oops kit, which is a fat eighth of each of the fabrics in your colorway. And that's a nice little touch as well. I think that's $10. And if you don't end up using it, you can make a fun little project with that as well. Chloe Morgan says hello to Finley. So she's playing with her toy right now, so you might hear a bit of a squeaking here and there, but it's, she'll settle down in a few minutes. It's usually how it works. So let's go ahead and get started with this little project. And then also with Clue 1, they sent a couple of the Cotton Cuts pens, which I don't know what ink they use on these, but these are like the most magical pens ever. They're among my favorites. They write really well and last forever. So anytime I see some of these, I get super happy. I have all different types of Cotton Cuts pens. There's this one, there's a nice purple one floating around somewhere. And because I want to see it, it's disappeared, but that's okay. So let's go ahead. I thought it might be fun to try and do like a tutorial. I have not done a tutorial on a puzzle mystery quilt before, but when I started my lavender, I did get a number of people ask me to do a tutorial. So I thought we'd give it a go and see how it goes. So let's see. All right. So let's go step 1. Actually, got to move my camera real quick because it's sitting on top of my instructions. And so you get a set of instructions as well each month. If you prepaid, these will be emailed to you the first Friday of each month. So if you have any questions, I would love to hear them. All right, Flicky Chicky says, order the Oops and Thread kits on both. Did not get either Oops kit or on the Ferris wheel kit. Okay, yes, I mean, it's up to you. It's an optional extra. I think it's a fun little touch. They sent it to me as part of my ambassador kit, which I thought was really nice. So I'm looking forward to using the thread kits. I've never used Aurifil thread before on my machine, so I decided tonight was not the night to test it out. But in the future clues, I will be using it just to see how it works out. So I know a lot of people are fans of the Aurifil thread, and I'm sure it'll work just fine. But yeah, I just don't want to deal with technical issues if one was to appear. So the first step is we need to get fabrics A and E. And while we're talking about that, let's just go ahead and say if you lose everything except for your fabric, that's okay. But you do not want to lose this piece of paper because this is your color chart and it'll give you all the information you need, because sometimes the darkest color on your pattern is not the darkest color on your color chart, especially if you're doing the lavender from the village green. The darkest color on that is not the dark. So definitely take a photo of it. Don't lose it. And if you do lose it, just put a message into like the Cotton Cuts Facebook group or something like that, and I'm sure someone can send you a picture. But try not to lose it. Flicky Chicken says, I ordered them. Cotton Cuts hasn't sent them yet. Okay, I'll get back in touch with them again for you and try and get some information for you on that. Okay, Chloe says she bought her thread late. I'm surprised it made it into her box of log flume. Yeah, if you are doing this Carnival Mystery Puzzle Quilt with me, let me know in the comments which colorway you're doing. I know some of them are already sold out. I think the Tulip Pink one, which was Petting Zoo, is sold out. Log Flume is sold out, and Ferris Wheel. I know they said that Log Flume, there was pretty much zero chance of getting more of that in stock. I think Petting Zoo and Ferris Wheel are possible ones. So Heather says that's what happens when you have a monochrome instruction page. Yes, that I would love to see it, and I know it'll be a lot of work for them, and it might not be possible, but I think it'd be really fun to have the instructions in color and to suit each colorway. But that might be a pipe dream. That just would not be possible. But yeah, if I could have something on my wish list, that would be it. So right now I'm just doing step 1, and it's going to be 1 block this time. Sometimes you have 1 block and sometimes you have 2 different ones. It just depends on the month. This time we're doing 1. And what I'm doing is there's technically 4 of each, 4 of block 1, but I'm only going to sew 2 tonight, and then I'm going to go ahead and sew the other 2 later as a time lapse as well. So you'll get to see it 2 different ways each month from me. You'll get to see me sewing it as a live. Usually I'll just do it on my Saturday morning, I think, maybe with a guest, and then you'll see the time lapse throughout the month as well. Also snow cone. Okay, is candy apple sold out? And snow cone. Okay, yeah, there's so many different. I think they ended up starting off with 16 different colorways, so there's still quite a few to choose from. This one here is called Bomb Pop, and it is still available, and it's a series of boutiques. And the things I love about the boutiques is there's really no right or wrong side. From what I understand, there is a right and wrong side for a boutique, but I haven't been able to figure it out, and it's not noticeable enough to really worry about it as well. let's see. Gwenny says, families arrived, got to run. Have a great night, everybody. Well, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you can come back and see the replay later on. Stephanie says that she has Skyflyer and Petting Zoo has not arrived yet. My daughter Sarah has Sky Driver and has arrived today. I've heard they are starting to trickle in. I was very fortunate and mine came early. I got mine on Friday the 28th. I figured I'd wait a little bit and see if some other people got theirs first as well. Russ from Quilt Meets the World says, I have Ferris Walk for myself and Skydiver for my sister. They already look awesome. Yeah, I think he's already done his, and I think his sister picked out the Skydiver and then said that Russ could make it for her. So that's really sweet of him to do that for her. Okay, so shipping and communication, since clue 6 has been disaster plus 0 response on the contact. I believe clues 6 and 7 of Lavender have arrived in their warehouse and they are shipping those out, is what I understand is going on. So just bear with them just a little bit longer. They should have sent you an email on that. I will check with them again and make sure that they have your email file. If you would, Flicky Chicky, could you send me an email at the guy who sews at gmail.com. Send me your contact information and I'll make sure it gets to the right people for you. All right, so not clue 1. Step 1 is done. I really like that red and white together. And okay, so now we're going to go to step 2, which is going to be join a small rectangle C to each of these. And so I want to make sure I do it the right way because it's very easy to do it wrong and have to pull out our friend whose name will be nameless until we have to bring it out. So, all right. Make sure you get, okay, yeah, Stephanie says, please give us a like. If you do like the video, please hit the like button. It helps us out immensely with the algorithm and everything else like that there. So yeah, it's always good to see those likes. MJ says, hello, Sean and everybody. I'm not doing the PMQ this time, but it looks like fun. I'll watch and lurk while I'm practicing. Why is this? It's messing up. Sorry, it's not your fault, it's mine. While I'm practicing Kolandi type quilting on a placemat. I'll have to check, see what that is. So, okay. Great, and we'll make sure we do this one right. I'd also love to hear what you think of the camera angle for the sewing machine as well. That's something I've been playing with recently, so that way you have a second camera angles to see what I'm actually sewing at the same time. I've really been enjoying it, and I think a lot of our people have as well. Rachel with 3 L's says, good evening, Sean and chat. Well, thank you very much. I'm so glad you decided to join us. All right. Where is my scissors? There we go. And then the other thing that Becca always says, and I'm sure several others do too, is because these are die cut and pre-cut, you do not want to starch them, you do not want to put steam on those. Just a dry iron will be perfect for doing your seams. And I press my seams open just because I like it that way. What about everybody else? What is everybody else doing with theirs? Are you pressing to the dark side? Are you pressing open? I would love to know. So that's step 2 now done. All right. Now let me grab the next one, which is going to be step 3, and that's A and B. And see, I'm already consulting this yet again. So just making sure I'm doing this right, because I have made many a mistake here on a live, and I don't want to do it today. All right, so we've got part B and fabric A. All right. Okay, Anne says she likes the camera angle. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. So we're on. And I love that it's all pre-cut. It's just so easy. Like all the dog ears are cut off and everything else. I mean, you just basically open your package and you can just start sewing. All right. Chloe says she loves the red, white, and blue. I do too. And my goal for this, once it is done, is to go ahead and quilt it up somehow, and it'll be a donation quilt for Quilts of Valor. I figured this would be perfect for that. Since it's red, white, and blue, it's very patriotic. And I just thought it'd be a fun way to bless someone else with this quilt once it is all done. And if you do the small, and you want to do Quilts of Valor, you would probably need to add the border kit, because they do have a minimum size requirement for their quilts. And this one's just a little bit too small without the border kit. So I got the border kits. They'll be coming with glue 10. And so that way, once I get it all finished, it'll be big enough to do it'll be big enough for Quilts of Valor. So I think that'll be a lot of fun there as well. Okay. Okay. All right. Anne says she ordered Fortune Teller, has not received it yet. You're good. You're in New Zealand, correct, Anne? Is that right? Or did I make that up? Because I know international shipping takes a while. Yeah, it'll get there. It should get there soon, and it'll be a lot of fun when you get it. And I know my so sweet. I'll get it right in a minute. It was a month late because they shipped it and it went missing along with 84 others. And, we started late, but we still got to finish at the same time as everybody else. Okay, Rachel was 3L says, Sean, I was told you're starting an online quilt guild. Where do I find that information? Good question. I did. We've been meeting once a month for about, I think, 4 months now. It's on our Discord server. The link to the Discord server should be in the description of this video. And I think I have put a command for that. Let's see. Oops. You think I'd be able to multitask by now, but I can't. Okay. Okay, there we go. Making some good progress here. And the nice thing too with these two is it usually takes about 45 minutes or so to sew as well. So the link to our Discord group is now in the chat. So that way you can go on there. You can, if you're not already registered with Discord, you can set up an account pretty quickly. And then you can just pop in there, and there'll be a separate thread in there called Quilt Guild. And you can just go in there. If you scroll up just a little bit, you'll see like the recording from the last meeting and some other information as well. If you have any questions, definitely just reach out, post a message in the Discord group or shoot me an email, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you. All right, so got this. I think this red and white looks really nice together. This is more of a teak. This one here has more dots. So I like this, that it's got a different range as well. Okay. How's the new baby doing, Heather? Grab these real quick. Okay, let's see. So what is everybody else working on tonight? Are you guys working on sewing? Are you just sitting here chatting to me? I'd love to hear what you guys are working on. It's so weird not having a guest. I will not lie to anybody. Okay. All right, so we're almost done with this part here. He's good. Currently passed out. Flicky Chicky says, I'm a vet tech, bodily functions and parts are a normal vocabulary. I admire you guys. I mean, I'm a dog lover. I love having our 2 little dogs, and the people that take care of our animals are wonderful heroes, in my opinion. So thank you for what you do. Okay, Anne says, yes, she's in New Zealand. Okay, so I did get that right. I'm usually very forgetful. I'm one of those people that walks into a room and forgets why I walked in there. So for me to remember that, I'm doing well. So my next step will be step 4, and that's going to be joining these all together. Yes, and I did do that right. Excellent. Okay, Sarah says she is determined to get this John Wayne quilt top done this weekend. That'll be a lot of fun to see when you're done. Let's see. Russ says he has fur kids cuddling with me. I went through over a bobbin today. Whoops, that doesn't sound like fun. Okay. Flicky Chicky says petting zoo somewhat, but working on packing for a dog show. I've been to a couple of dog shows. They're a lot of fun. Is it more an obedience dog show, or is it the ones like you see the Westminster after the thing on Thanksgiving Day? I've been to both, I really love the agility trials. I went to one of those in my hometown once, and that was a lot of fun seeing the dogs do the agility. All right, my friend Katie from the Greenland Quilter is here. Good evening. If you haven't seen Katie's channel, go over and check it out. She has a wide variety of different videos, both quilting and some of the different things that she gets to see in her day-to-day life there in Greenland, like the glaciers and the mountains and all that fun stuff there. She has a lot of fun stuff there. I believe it should be exclamation point Katie for her. Let me we'll try and see if that works. Heaven has a channel. If you have a channel, definitely let me know, and I'll try and get it into the chat as well if we can. Okay. So let's see where we're at. We're about halfway done, which is really neat. As I said, this goes together super, super quick. Flicky Chicky said she had to seam rip that section. Okay, ouch. I'm trying really, really hard to read twice and sew once and not have to rip. It seems like every section I've done with Village Green, I've had to rip at least once. And I'm trying to start this one off with a good thing. And that is actually correct. How about that? All right, confirmation dog shows. Okay, excellent. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I've always enjoyed every dog show I've been to. I volunteered at a couple of the obedience trials and the agility trials when I was trying to train my dachshund, which if you're ever trying to train a dachshund, it's not the easiest thing on earth. So, all right. Katie said she had 2 cruise ships today, did 2 city tours. Yeah, she does city tours, and it's sort of thing when the ships dock in her hometown or nearby. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, but yeah, it's interesting always to hear what she is up to. And now, what's going on here? Okay. Got that. Let's get you out of the way. We'll press you first real quick. Why not? I'm trying to be good and iron everything. Because as a lot of my longtime viewers know, I'm not a huge fan of pressing, but when I started my Wizard of Oz quilts, I did one without pressing it, and it was an absolute nightmare. So I'm a convert. So that's the second one there as well. Okay, so now we're going to go and move on to step 5, and we got to pull out our fabrics A and C. Yeah, thank you, Chloe, for that. She says the small goes together fast, large are much longer, in my opinion. Yeah, and this is the small version of it. So I'm going to put the A and the C together, and then we're going to do a small rectangle C underneath. I'm not doing a real good job at this whole tutorial thing, am I? That's all right. No one's perfect first time around. Good morning, Shelley from Around to It. It's good to see you. It's fun that you're able to hang out with us. And I believe she has her own channel as well. Flicky Chicky says, Doxies are as bad as my hounds for training. They have their own idea. Oh, you are not kidding there. I remember when we went, I was part of an obedience club in my hometown, as I was mentioning earlier in Australia. And I think they said like Dachshunds and was it Doberman Pinschers or something like that. It was some of the more difficult breeds to train because they're just so stubborn. Like they'll just do their own thing. Like when we had Bandit, like we'd tell him to go outside and he'd hear us and he'd just stand there and look at you. I can hear you, but I ain't doing it. So yeah, very intelligent animals, but very, very stubborn. All right, Pam says I'm doing a good job, and thank you for that. Oh, that's Katie says there's going to be a fellow American quilter on a cruise ship on the 20th. That's neat that you'll be able to meet up with another American quilter there. So that'll be fun. I think Greenland would be a fascinating place to go visit someday. She says she has a standard dachshund and she listens for them. Yeah, she listens, I'm sure, but whether she responds and does what you want, it's going to be a totally different story, correct? But I love dachshunds. They are definitely my favorite breed. I know they're stubborn, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Finley's half dachshund. She is half dachshund and half beagle. So again, yeah, beagles can be stubborn too. So yeah, if I wanted a dog that was easy to train, I think I would have got and going like a collie or something else like that. But I like the littler dogs. Okay. Katie says I need to put that on my bucket list. I definitely will. Oh, there we go. It's like, what did I do wrong here? Flicky Chicky says I use the seam roll a lot for pressing. It's faster and works as well. I keep hearing that. I need to try that out sometime. I think that would be a really, really neat idea. So that might be something I need to do in the very near future. Crystal Hart is here. My friend Crystal is here. It's always good to see her. She'll be joining me on the channel in a few weeks. We are going to do a fun little project, which I'll announce a little closer, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely check that out. And she has her own channel as well. So definitely check her stuff out. She has a lot of fun lives on a Friday night. It's a lot of fun. And I think I said Stephanie as well. She has her channel, Quilting with Stephanie Stitches. She just had her live before us, and I think her and her friends did Carnival Clue 1 as well, if that's correct. Okay. Oh, there's a hot air balloon ride in Greenland. Oh, that'd be fun. Okay, we have to go to Greenland now. I don't think my wife will complain. As long as she gets to go. All right, did we do this right? Yes. Okay, so this is Clue part 6. And it's going to come all together on like one big block. It's going to be a lot of fun to see once it's all done. So let me do the second one. Oh, that's why I did it that way. Okay. I laid out all the pieces in the right order before I started, which was an idea that someone gave me when I did the first Clue of Village Green on the live. And that was such a smart idea. All right. Fleeky Chicky has a PBGV, GBGV, and Otter Hounds. Okay, excellent. Donnell Stevens says pit bulls and Yorkshire Terriers are my favorite breeds. I'm not speaking right. I'm a morning person, not an evening person. Can't you tell? I'm my favorite breeds. I currently have a 9-year-old female pit bull and a 14-year-old Yorkie. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, answers. I'm doing a great job. Thank you very, very much. Oh, okay. She says the PVGV won Westminster 2023. That's where most people saw. Yeah, we watch that pretty much every year. We really enjoy watching that. So that is awesome. Okay. Stephanie says she has to go. I totally understand. She had her life not long before mine. So she probably has to go get some dinner. I don't blame her for that one little bit. Thank you so much for joining us for a little bit. Okay. Oh, that's where it goes. Okay, so I did lay the fabric out wrong, but that's okay. At least I discovered it now, not later. All right, so we've got these two. And now I need to grab this instead of that. And then these will go like so. We're doing good. Okay. Jeannie E is here. I think I said good evening to her earlier, but if I didn't, good evening, Jeannie. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I really do. Flicky Chicky says, I'm in love with wide-haired dachshunds. I do love scruffy dogs. Yes, my aunt had a wide-haired dachshund for quite some time. I forget the dog's name. It was something fun. Yeah, for a while there, pretty much everybody in the family had a dachshund. We had Bandit. My sister had one. It was a red standard. So did my dad. My aunt had one, and sadly, the only one we have left now is little Finley, who's half a dachshund. But we love little Finley. She's a fun little dog, full of energy, but she's only like 2.5, so that is totally understandable. All right, so we got this. Put this in. I am pronouncing the name correct. Oh, thank goodness for that. That makes me feel better. Yeah, some people see my name and they don't know how to pronounce it. And it's interesting to see the different ways people try and pronounce it when they call at work trying to talk to me. So wide variety. Slicky says the bomb pop looks a little less chaotic than the petting zoo. Yes, I agree, and that's the fun part is that this each colorway is a little different. Some of them are more busy, like the less busy, like bomb pop, and then I think the one of all the other boutiques. I can't remember the name of it now. The one they call corn dog. I come up with my own names. There we go. So that's there. And then yeah, the petting zoo is going to be it's going to be the same pattern, but it's going to look a whole lot different. Katie says, can she share its channel link? Absolutely. You can't because you're not a moderator, but I can go grab it real quick for you. Just a minute. I thought I had you on my list. You should be on my list. Let me put think it should work. If not, we'll get you set up. Hang on a second. I'll stick it in there for you real quick. I'll fix night button a little bit to make sure it works for you next time. Yeah, it's not working for some reason. Okay, so Katie's channel link is now in. If I get a pet only dog, it'll be a Doxy. That's awesome. So there you go. Heather says there's so many different ways to spell your names. Yes, there is. There's like 7 different ways it seems like. So that's totally you're not wrong there. Okay, let's see. A, B, and C. And the B goes this way. By the time I get to clues 3 or 4, I'll have this all like I'll have the fabrics memorized, but not right now. This is all brand new. I did not sew any of this until I open up, before the slide. So okay. All right, so that is a good question, Rachel. She is saying, is there a good place to learn about Discord? I downloaded it, but I'm feeling lost. One of these days when I have time, I would like to do a tutorial on it. But if you go onto YouTube and put in something like Discord for beginners or something similar, I'm sure there would be a good number of different videos that would talk your way through it. But I'm also a big proponent of saying click and see what it does. I learned so much by just clicking and seeing what things do as well. But yeah, I would go to YouTube University for sure and just see, that's what I call it, and just type in tutorial, Discord for beginners, Discord for dummies, whatever you want to call it. And I think that would definitely help you out. I mean, that's how I learned how to use a lot of programs. So that would be my suggestion as well. Good evening, Janine. It's good to see you as well. Okay. Okay. Apparently the hot air balloon ride is I thought you guys were talking about hot air balloons in Greenland. I was like, that'd be a really neat thing to do. But I think she's talking about the hot air balloon colorway for this puzzle mystery quilt. Okay. I told you I'm not an evening person. Okay. So there we go. That's this section here. This is going to be step 7. Right? Yes, that's step 7. And I've already done step 8. Never mind. We're getting. You want to see me less dopey? Check out my morning lives. That's what I'm going to tell you. Katie says, "LOL." Yeah, laugh with me. I am totally cool with that. So we've just got a couple of steps left to go, and we'll be all done with this. So awesome. Martha is here. Good evening, Martha. It's good to see you. Okay. So now we're going to do step 8, which is joining these two together. Move my fingers out of the way so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay. How are the other colorways matching to online? Petting Zoo isn't as in your face bright, thankfully. I haven't seen a lot of photos yet. That's a very interesting question. I'd love to know the answer to that too. So I know some of the other ambassadors are just receiving their colorways or will be getting them soon. They should be posting stuff on their channels. I think Beth's doing the small petting zoo. I forget which one Becca's doing. Ian is doing petting zoo large. They actually have two ambassadors this time around for petting zoo, one small, one large, which I think would be really neat to see both. And then I forget who's doing all the others. I think Arkansas Girls is doing one. My friend Crystal's doing fortune teller. If you're still here with us, Crystal, let us know how your colorways showed up against the, what are we trying to say? I'm telling you, I'm not wording well today. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yes, how close is Martha to 500? She is getting very, very close to 500 subscribers. I think she was about 17 subscribers away yesterday when we looked. So if you haven't subscribed to Martha's channel, she is at !Martha. And if you haven't checked out her channel, please do so. She is a wonderful lady. She has a lot of fun videos. She is doing the gnome program with Cotton Cuts. Okay, let's see. Flicky Chicky is asking, are these different reds? Yes, they are. This one here is color B, which is just I call it like a blood red batik. And then this is color C, which has got little dots in it. So let me just get a little closer. That'll give you a better visual. But yes, they are different. And I like that it's a little bit different. So, all right. So Martha's at 483. So yeah, she's very, very close to that 500 goal, which is an amazing goal. Okay. What am I doing here? I'm so distracted. So when you see me on lives, it's what you see is what you get. It's not polished. It is not perfect. Okay, Arkansas Girls is doing Skyflyer, I think. I think you're right on that. They have like 10 or 12 different ambassadors all together. They've got some new ones this time around, which is fun. We've got a lot of the people have been doing it for a while as well, which is really, really neat as well. So this is step 9, all completed, all the reds. And then we're going to attach. We got to do the other one of those. Okay, just bear with me a moment. We are almost done. Okay. Oh, wow. Katie's only 13 away from 300 subs. Okay. Yeah, she was at like 200 the other day. So yeah, she's flying through that as well. Okay. Oh, well, Magic Crystal is here with us. So yeah, Crystal, how do you find your fabrics compared to what you saw on the website and so forth? I'd love to hear how it is for. Okay, doing it. Sure. The triangle looked orange versus the rectangle. Yeah, sometimes what shows up on camera isn't 100% correct. I think it's just with the lighting and everything else. It's not always 100% correct, but yeah, they are reds. It's all red, white, and blue. So we've got this. So that's the same as what I just showed you a second ago. I'm trying to remember the other one of all the batiks. It's got like orange, white, green, blue. I very nearly picked that one, but it looked very, very similar at the time to my Benet from So Sweet from last year. And then after I picked this one, they changed some of the colors like before the final reveal, and it looks like a lot of fun. I know they have a new ambassador doing that one, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing that, but I just cannot for the life of me remember the name of that colorway. As I said, I would have called it corn dog, but they called it something else. Chloe says she likes snow cone better than log flume. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, the snow cone looked really, really fun. Okay, so we've got this. And now the final step for this is we're going to attach what we did at the beginning, like steps 1 through 4 to the top here, and that's going to make our completed block. So let's do that real quick. Okay. And then we'll be all done. Didn't take long at all. All right, so now Katie is 12 away from 500 apparently, so that's even better. Yeah. Okay, Martha says, thank you, Crystal. I knew for a long while while I wanted my channel, but once I bit the bullet, it exceeded my expectations. I love my channel. I love my subscribers. I call them my friend. I totally agree. You know, it's so much fun. I've really enjoyed doing this. And I've got a lot more views and viewers and everything else than I ever would have dreamed when I started. Martha's doing, oh, okay, so that's who you're doing it for, Martha. She said she's doing Spy Flyer for her parents. I know she's doing one, the Village Green one she's doing as a secret for somebody, and I'm not going to say just in case that person is listening. I don't think they are, but just in case, I don't want to spill the beans. So let me just press this real quick and we'll show you what the completed clue one looks like. Becca is doing cotton candy, I believe. I think you're right on that. As I just could not remember. I think her and Ian picked fabrics for each other or colorways for each other, if I remember correctly. They were talking about it. I think that's what they did, but I'm not sure. Should it look all pretty for the viewers? Okay. And so, assuming I did this right, which it looks like it is, this is clue 1. And this looks totally different to any of the ones I've ever seen before. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out as well. Marie says she thought she scrolled weeks ago, but must have got distracted. Squirrel. Yeah, I have squirrel moments all the time too. So let me just go ahead and I'll put this one together. And then that'll be it. So that was easy. What did it take us? 42 minutes? That's not bad. Okay, yeah. So the person that Martha's making Village Green for is not listening, so I just wanted to make sure. Katie says it looks great. Thank you very much. Jeannie says it looks great as well. Okay, so does anybody have any last minute questions? Katie's asking who is Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones is one of the ambassadors for Cotton Cuts for one of the colorways. I can't remember which one, but it's like a stop motion thing that they do, him sewing. He's really fun too. He's a mini skeleton that sews. He's a lot of fun. Yeah, I think it's like that stop motion thing, kind of like what Gumby was back in the day. If anyone remembers Gumby. Someone's asking. Okay, yeah, it's bomb. I'm doing Bomb Pop. That's the colorway that they. That's the name they chose for this particular colorway. They had trouble trying to pick one for this. Yeah, that was theme park themed. Well, not theme park, carnival themed. I love the name Carnival. I think it's really, really fun. The photo that I used in my thumbnail was one that I took from the State Fair a couple of years ago, and I figured I'll probably just use those as my thumbnails. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So that is the second one. I mean, it's the same as the first one, but I think it turned out really, really cute. Okay, Pam says, nice to wake up to a favorite creator going live. Thank you very much. Yeah, I can't do evening lives very often, but I thought it'd be good to, hop on once in a while on the evening. So that way, the folks out in the West Coast and everywhere else have a chance to hop on and see me live once in a while. It's always good to see, watch the replays and do that as well. But, it's always fun to do that as well. Marie says, I missed Brecky with this morning. That was with Sassy Nose. I need to get Sassy back on at some point. Sassy Steph, who is Memoirs of the Long Arm Quilter. I had my friend Janice from The Right Way. She's a fairly new YouTuber. She's part of our Quilt Guild, and she has the most amazing Jamaican accent. So I had her on with me this morning. That was a wonderful sit and chat. And so if you missed that, definitely go check out that video as well. And says, good job tonight, as Jack has not made an appearance. Time to sleep. I will try and catch you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Yeah, we did make it through Jack free. For anyone that doesn't know who Jack is, this is my best friend, Jack. I would need to turn it around. My seam ripper. So there we go. So we got through with it. Got through it without needing Jack, which was really, really good, especially at nighttime. That's usually when I make most of my mistakes. All right. So, yeah, there's one I love, but the name was inappropriate, so I didn't get it. I understand. Yeah, I know one of the names was some didn't agree with, and that's perfectly fine. And I think but it's a fun colorway as well. So, okay, the only Mr. Burns that pops into my head is the one song from White Christmas. Okay, so thank you so much all for joining us. I think we'll go ahead and say good evening to everybody because we are all done. If you are just hopping in, we made Clue 1 of the Carnival Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts. This is the Bomb Pop colorway, which is the red, white, and blue. It's all batik. So let me pull it up so a little closer so you can kind of see the different fabrics. The whites are all the same. The blue was only one piece, but there is 2 different reds there as well. So with that, I think we'll say good night. Thank you all for joining me. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you in the evening for a little while, getting some different viewers on and a lot of my regulars that are here as well, which is always great. I'll be back tomorrow morning, my podcast at 9 a.m. Eastern. So definitely keep an eye out for that. We'll have some fun videos coming out in the next week as well. And then next Saturday morning, we'll have my friend Stephanie from Stephanie Stitches. I'll be sewing Clue 7 of Village Green, and she'll be bringing along either one of the Carnival or the Village Green. I can't remember which one she said she's going to bring. I said bring whichever one you want. So let's see. We'll put Martha's link in real quick before we say good night. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. It was a lot of fun. I hope I didn't sound too disorganized, but yeah, I took a 2-hour nap before I did this, and I'm still half asleep. So it is what it is. So thank you all again. That was great, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night and happy sewing.